And welcome to another episode of Stock Talk Product Review. Before we go into the stocks, we're going to thank Influencer for giving us these products here. We got to try some of the Totino's pizza and pizza rolls. We had the sausage, and then we also have the pepperoni, which I'm going to take a bite into. Nice, thin, crispity crust. Good stuff there, Kage. You had some of the pizza rolls, didn't you?
Yeah, the pizza rolls are okay. They are good for what they are. They're a decent buy and they've got value to them. So the
Which ones
pizzas
did
are
you
no
have? Did
slouch
you
either.
have the
I
cheese
like
or the
to
pepperoni?
Yeah, the pepperonis are good. They may be a little bit salty for my taste, but overall they're a really lightweight thing that you can actually party with, and everyone can have their own little personal pizza for a cheap price. So I think it's good.
Yeah. For the price it is, I mean, how could you go wrong as far as it tastes decent for the price, and it's not
Mhm.
that bad. I mean, are you expecting New York pizza? Absolutely not. But, this stuff is decent. I got the pizza roll right here.
Mm.
And man, it actually for pizza rolls, this actually tastes pretty good. This one's the cheese and sauce. And they also had the pepperoni. Do you tried the pepperoni one then you said for the pizza rolls?
I have. I think the pepperoni is the best bang for your buck. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the hamburger one is no slouch. The supreme ones are pretty good too. I don't know
Yeah.
if the those other ones are ones that they want us to review, but if they want to give us some to review, do it. We'll do it.
Yeah. They basically on this one we chose to take the pepperoni, which was great. The pepperoni pizza is always you can't go wrong with that one. The sausage one, that one tastes decent, and then the pizza rolls. We got the cheese, and I believe we got the pepperoni there. You got the pepperoni. Um, It looks like they have combination here on that. Have you tried the combination before?
I might have tried it like 2 or 3 times or something, but they're okay. I'm not necessarily a big fan of the hamburger. I think,
Yeah, I wasn't a
but
fan of the hamburger either. Yeah,
but
I
it's
didn't pick
fine. It'll do.
I didn't pick the hamburger one up, but I tried it before. I wasn't a big fan. Now the kiddos will love these things. They'll chow those things down. And if you're on a tight budget and you need to have a cheap snack for your family, this is what you need to pick up. And these pizza rolls are definitely good. There's some of the better pizza rolls out there than some of these other products out there. The sauce that they use, it's decent. It's sweet. It doesn't taste like a rot gut type of stuff where it's like it sits in your stomach and you just like want to barf. I don't recommend putting it in your pockets though. Do you? Like they have it on there?
No, they can get a little bit soggy if you don't necessarily cook them long enough, and they kind of get messy if you're not careful. So putting them in your pocket, not what I'd recommend. You're
So it's
probably
not
better
like
off with
what?
something more hard or something. But
So you don't want to pull a Napoleon Dynamite and basically put this
no,
in your
and you
pocket
don't
and
want
then
to have
have some
anything
bully to
that's
smash it.
breaking apart in your pocket like tater tots or
Hmm.
the like. But you'd want to have something that's like packaged, something that's
Hmm.
solid.
Yeah, and a buck 59 for the price. That's what I paid per mini pizza. For that, you can't beat that in this economy. As far as that, if you're on a budget trying to feed people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're a good way to spend thrifty for like a little party.
Yeah, if you're gonna
That's
have
for
a party,
sure.
load up on these too. They also sell them in the party packs. You have your four pizzas inside the party packs there. Your triple cheese, your supreme. Did you ever have the supreme? I didn't like the green pepper on that, but I'm not a green pepper person. Did you? What did you think of the supreme pizza?
The Supreme is actually not bad. I don't
Yeah,
necessarily mind the Supreme pizza. If at all possible, if I'm getting pizza, I usually go for vegetarian. I don't necessarily just always go for meat on any pizza or whatever. Sometimes I like to
yeah.
have something that's like mushrooms or olives or something that's veggie. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, we will submit this over to our friends over at Influencer. We appreciate them for having the products. I would say go out today and pick up Totino's Pizza if you can, while supplies last, when they last. So hopefully the stores will be stocked up where you can get this. And they have this little promotion here: buy Totino's and get a bonus NBA 2K My Team in-game content. So you can catch that if you can check out the promotion and see what they want you to do. Now I'm going to move along to our favorite part of the show, and that would be Stock Twits and the market traders. Let's go to Market Watch and see what we have for you. Taking a little break from the politics there tonight, because for the first part of the show, because we had to do the intro, and now we're going to talk about the first stock. Kage, what do you have for the first stock?
The first stock I have is Ambev. We've done this stock before. It's Compañía de Bebidas das Américas, I think. Sorry if I butchered the word.
That's okay. I'm
I
sure
don't
someone out there.
necessarily have a tongue for the Spanish.
I'm sure someone in fake checker land will get you on that one, right? They'll try to correct you. The ticker on this one is ABEV. ABEV. Last tick was $2.97. Now, Kage, this is one of the stocks that we've seen here over and over that is consistent all the time. Wouldn't you say on that year-to-date chart looks pretty good? We're seeing some resistance come up again.
Mm-hmm. It looks pretty healthy overall, considering where it was throughout the year, and it's actually been like one of these stocks that, when you look at the year-to-date chart, you might think, maybe I can swing this one.
Yeah, it does. It does look like as far as for that. If you are new to the program or haven't paid attention to this stock, Ambev engages. This is according to Market Watch, unless they've updated any profiles or anything. They engage in the production, distribution, and sale of beverages. Its products include beer, carbonated drinks, other non-carbonated alcohol, non-carbonated drinks. It operates through the following segments: Brazil, Central America.
I take it back. It might have been Portuguese, but
yeah, it's probably Portuguese is what you have there. Definitely. I mean, it's not probably. It's probably definitely Portuguese. One of the remember I was telling you guys before. One of the products that they have there is Antarctica. Antarctica makes lots of good Guaraná beer, all kinds of stuff. The company was founded in 1853 and is headquartered in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Going on to stock twits, because that's where the real traders are at. Kage, what do you got on the twits?
How about this take from Sweepcast? He's got his chart in the comments, and he's a plus member on StockTwits. He says, unusual options observed. ABEV with our scanner on $4.05. Put expiring 8/19/2022, worth 449K.
What else do you have?
Stock Illuminati is another one who seems to spam this stock, I think. So there's a couple of his comments on StockTwits right now. How about this take from Investcent? He says, analyst has given ABEV strong buy rating. When analyzing the financial scores, the results are as follows. Piotrowski score 7.0, rating score 5, DCF score 5, ROA score 3, PB score 5, and PE score 5. Simply the way you do research and look for stocks.
This might conflict, but who cares what some of these guys say? Just because as far as what the alphabets say, because alphabets are constantly always wrong. So I trust the real traders and on the twits before I trust that they have. The market beat says that there several research analysts also weighed in on ABEV. The street cut shares of Ambev from a B- rating to a C+. Wonder what's that about. It says on the report Tuesday, July 5th, JP Chase Morgan and Co. upgraded the shares from Ambev from neutral rating to overweight rating. In the research report on Wednesday the 13th, one equity research analyst rated the stock as a sell rating, giving to a hold. Have we seen these ratings come out, Kage, before, and then all of a sudden they come back and they're like, all of a sudden it's up after the big dump happens because people panic, and then the rating comes out saying it's a sell rating, and then a month later we see that the stock goes up, and then there's a little bit of questionable things on the from the alphabets, don't you think?
Yeah, the alphabets, you always have to scrutinize them and what they're actually telling you and what they're actually doing. So,
Hey, if you look, yeah, and if you look into what happened, not to get too political, but if you look into the Newsweek article for Mar-a-Lago, that the whatever you want to call it, the raid, the break-in, not the break-in, but the raid, the search warrant thing, whatever. You got now Newsweek has FBI informants now, so I mean you got all kinds of inside dirt from these news organizations. If you're in with the group, you're in with the group. But ABEV stock opened at $2.85 on Tuesday. The company had a debt equality ratio of 0.03, current ratio 1.3, and a quick ratio of 0.76. The company's 50-day moving average is 266, 200-day moving average to 281. What else do you have? Looks like it says, before I go on to more twits, it looks like hedge funds weigh in on Ambev. A number of institutional investors and hedge funds have recently added and reduced their stakes in ABEV. Endowment Wealth Management lifted a position of ABEV to 24.5 during the first quarter, and Endowment Wealth Management Incorporated now owns 17,898 shares of the stock, worth 58,000 after buying an additional 3,518 shares last quarter. You can read into more what other partners and hedge funds have this company. But like I say, we've seen this thing be so consistent. I would be suspectant of the C- rating due to the fact that usually when that happens, we usually see big news popping, and the rich get richer and the poor still pay poorer. Wouldn't you say?
I would have to say that's unfortunately the not necessarily the rule, but that definitely has some coincidences, I'll just say.
I would say that it is kind of suspect that this thing is a C- rating. Went from a B-, now it's a C. If anybody has any other explanations for that and speculation, throw it in the comments section. What else do you have on the twits on this one?
We actually have a take from Tickeron. He always brings his receipts, and I have not seen a lot of his comments on Stock Twits recently, so this is a surprisingly nice change. He says, AI Advisor made a bullish call on ABEV, netting in a 7.06% gain over 3 days. And he's got his chart in the comments with a line going from, I believe it's the latter part of June and into the early part of August, where you see these peaks that are roughly at the same point, and it keeps going up to that point, maybe a little bit higher. And that's usually what you want to have those buys in that stock when you see those, what is it called? Synchronizing peaks for the stock.
Well, I pretty much covered the news on this. Do you have any more things from the twits there that would be interesting to any of the people out there as far as comments?
I don't really have any other comments that are noteworthy that I'm looking on Stock Twits. There's like
any news
Stock
articles
Illuminati, but then again, he's kind of spamming the stock, of course.
Yeah. Well, we'll just have to see how it plays out. And then we will go on to the next one. What's our next stock there?
The next stock we're going to talk about is VLDR, Velodyne Lidar Inc. VLDR.
Good news. We just got a notification from YouTube that our video was suitable. The bots were wrong on the one we made last night. They were restricting monetization, and now They are not doing that. So they said it is good for viewers to watch. That's breaking news on the show. Who cares anyway? Because we're going to VLDR. VLDR. Velodyne LiDAR. If I butchered it, go after me. I don't care. Last tick was $1.61. Going to the chart, we're starting to see some resistance now in August of 2022. This stock was, almost at past 750 at one point in time, and then the correction came, and so it should be interesting if there's any bag holders out there in the comments section. We'll see if we see anything. According to Market Watch, going into what would you say they do here, they provide smart, powerful LiDAR solutions for autonomous vehicle driver assistance solutions. I'm sure this will be a popular one. Robotics, navigation, mapping. Its sensor software solutions provide flexibility, quality, performance to meet the needs of various industries, including autonomous vehicles, advanced driver assistance systems, robotic unmanned vehicles, and smart cities and security. The company was founded by David S. Hall in 1983 and is headquartered in San Jose, California. Going on to stock twits, because that's where the real traders were at, Kage. What do you got on the twits?
I've got this take from Biran RP. He says, BLDR bullish. Shares for the future. It's been beaten down for a year and a half. Selling of huge amounts of shares by the halls. They're out now. How many autonomous drone applications could this be used for? Last mile delivery, autonomous robo taxis, drones, military, space, ocean applications. If it's unmanned and needs eyes, they'll need them. It's an industry leader with a assured future demand and contracts with big boys like Amazon and Boston Scientific, amongst
Those are
literally
pretty
hundreds
heavy
of
hitters.
others. Remind me in 2025.
Yeah, that's not a bad take at all. That was a very good, interesting take. I'm very glad you brought that one up. They're going to participate in the third annual Needham Virtual Semiconductor and SemiCap Conference. It looks like the leading LiDAR company known worldwide for its broad portfolio breakthrough LiDAR technologies, today has announced the management is scheduled to participate in a one-by-one meeting, third annual Needham Virtual Semiconductor SemiCap. Looks like it goes about the about on there. It says the real-time surrounded LiDAR sensors, global leader known for its broad portfolio breakthrough technologies, advanced systems robotics. The meeting is availability 9:30 to 2:10 Eastern, Thursday, August 25th. Be there or be nowhere. They also had 2 days ago the earnings call, the 2022 earnings call transcript. Looks like it says, good day, everyone. LiDAR second quarter 22 financial results call. All participants will listen only mode. Thank you. Good afternoon. Good night. Going over the results. Let's see what we got. You can go to the 10K. Can we get to the meat and potatoes of this? It says, our second quarter 2022 is one of the solid execution facing continuing supply chain headwinds. Yeah, with supply chains and things like that, the fact with this that they were able to pull off what they did was pretty impressive there. Billings of 12.5 million and revenue of 11.5 million both came in with the guidance range, and the second consecutive quarter demand for the products remains robust. So that's one good thing you have there. Have you seen anything negative? Because I'm seeing positive as far as from the alphabets is saying with the Motley Fool tool that things are going well for these guys as far as that. What do you got?
There's like some people that are bears for this stock, but I think they're mostly shorting it. They're talking about shorts really, and they haven't necessarily brought their receipts for this one.
So they saying shorts are out by Friday or what?
I don't know if it's going to be out by Friday, what they're saying, but
I'm just saying
I'd
as a
have to
short.
say that probably is going to be their take. Yes.
Okay, so in quarter two, they saw an increased customer traction across all three markets. Industrial, robotics, intelligent infrastructure, and autonomous vehicles. Roughly half our sensors shipped into the industrial, robotics, and infrastructure markets. One question, Kage, and one thing I want to raise a red flag with this, and you know what I'm going to be raising, and that's about the Taiwan question. I don't think there's going to be invasion anytime soon, so you are good. But if somehow let's just say with the seasons changing, things like that. Next May, China goes and invades Taiwan. This stock is affected by that, wouldn't you say?
Well, yeah. I would have to
Yeah,
say this stock is heavily affected by that.
yeah. So
As
that's
far
something to
as, like,
watch.
what opportunity that the Chinese might try, there's only, like, a certain window in, like,
Mm-hmm.
April and I think in October, I think, that they
Mm-hmm.
can actually realistically invade if they wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
But in those time frames, other than that, the seas are just not good for ships during those
Mm-hmm.
times. Just
Yes.
saying.
Yeah, so that's something. The invasion watch is something to keep your eyes peeled if you're thinking about buying this and things like that. So just something we try to give you guys all the information here. We're not going to get out our pom poms and start cheerleading anything because we don't do that on the show. Use cases include traffic systems, vehicle infrastructure networks, security space, asset monitoring. Lastly, we're seeing the demand of solutions in virtual and judgment reality applications such as mapping, entertainment, online interactions. 50% of units shipped in the quarter, L4, L5, robo-taxi, and autonomous shuttle customers who depend on sensors for powering their systems. During the quarter, they also expanded a customer reach for new multi-agreements, where they signed a sales agreement for Boston Dynamics and selected high-performance sensors to enhance and extend capabilities for mobile autonomous robots. They also had the infrastructure solution of IIS was deployed in Helsinki, Finland for traffic flow monitoring in multiple intersections to improve safety. I am one person myself that truly believes in those kind of things just because I've seen them at work and I've seen them slow down traffic accidents. So if they're going to start doing more stuff like that, more power to them. That's it. That's just my opinion. It's estimated to be $2.8 billion per year total market for 2026. So there you have that, Kage. What else do you have on the twits before we bounce on this one? Because that's pretty much the last story that I've seen of relevant news for this.
How about this take from Alex Z Stocks? He says VLDR bullish. Careful to the boys and girls who've been here a while. A lot of junk posts might start flowing in.
Mm-hmm.
That so basically, these comments that might be coming in after this uptick might want you to sell your stocks, and you might not necessarily want to
Yeah, well,
because they just want to buy it up while the getting's good, and they want to buy your cheap seats.
mm-hmm. So they can go and load up, and you saw with the last stock we talked about, they gave it a C minus rating. That was the ABEV stock. You know that you're going to see that thing pop again whenever the news comes out, and they're going to, depending on, they might know something. I'm not saying they do, but we've said this over and over on the show. They might know something that you don't know, and then you're caught out in the cold, and they just grabbed your cheap stocks there, so that you sold. So I'm pretty much out on this one. Do you got anything to add? Not out on the stock. I'm just saying I'm out for the show. Just to, because I've
Um,
said that before where I'm out on the show, Kage, and people are like, how could you say you're out on this stock? No, I'm just saying I'm out because I'm out like done talking to it. So you got to get used to my lingo. My
okay.
apologies. I'm not saying you. I'm saying just people out there are like, I'm not going to suggest anything if I'm buying or selling or anything on this. I'm giving you opinions and things like that, and that's it. Am I going to say buy or sell? Absolutely not. That's up to you, and you make the choice. You're a big boy and girl out there. So, but do you got anything else to add?
With this stock from the year-to-date chart and the comments that I've seen, this stock has a lot to make up for from the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So just fair warning to those people who are trying to get in now, hoping for a rocket ship trip to $5 or something.
Be
Just
safe and watch your wallet.
yeah, basically that. Yeah, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna get my pom poms out and say bye 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 or don't necessarily buy this one. I'm just saying to the people, do your due diligence, make informed decisions, and don't get suckered.
Mm-hmm. And like we always say on the show, don't make it a dog show. Get your Tostino's pizza and good night now.
Good night.